My name is Ava, and a couple days ago, the world was attacked. Meteors fell from the skies, but these weren't just falling rocks. No, inside them were creatures, aliens, just waiting to break out. I'm stuck in New York, but I have to make it home to California, where my fiancé Scott waits for me. Luckily, my friends Mark and Jay are with me. We must work together if we're going to survive this cross-country trek. But there's no knowing what could be in store. All we can do is hope.
Seven Lamb Productions presents End of All Hope, a sci-fi apocalyptic audio drama about a group of survivors trying to make it across the country during an alien invasion. Visit sevenlamb.com or search for End of All Hope wherever you listen to podcasts.
How long is it? Can we fast forward to the good part?
This is the good part. The whole song is the good part.
Clearly, you've never built
So
some
should I
tension in a
intro
podcast.
while it's playing or wait for it to?
I think this is good right now.
I think it's
just
just
do it.
going.
I thought
Just do it.
It's going right now. This is
Oh,
it.
you're recording?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Welcome to Will There Be Cake?
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm your host, Amber Simpson, and
Oh my
with
God.
me,
Me.
Rubber Lamb.
Oh my god.
And joining us again, Jack in Austin. Megan Austin.
Get the spear guns.
Jack in Austin.
Get the spear gun.
Oh, so
Hook them to the
scared.
barrels.
Tiger Sharks.
Shock goes into, or man goes into the water.
Yeah.
Shock's in the water.
Well,
I don't
hey
know the rest
guys.
of it.
Oh.
If you couldn't figure it out, today is not Jaws Day, it's Shark Awareness Day.
So we wanted to make you extra aware with some.
With some Jaws.
Something
In
you're
case
familiar with.
in case you didn't know about sharks, they exist.
Woo!
I couldn't
Thanks
be
for making
more
us aware.
of sharks.
Honestly,
literally-
you say that, but I think you could probably be more
No,
aware of them.
That's inaccurate.
sure
If there was a
there are-
shark, like somebody brought in a shark, you'd be like, wow. Now I'm
No.
more aware of what they look
It'd
like.
be like one of
in
those
person.
scenes where they're filming this room. They
Yeah.
pan to the shark and they pan back, and I am running and gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert
Makes
just
sense.
didn't you do the shark cave dive?
Not a cave.
Shark.
That was
Cave.
Tank dive.
I went to the cave for the bats, but I went to the water for the sharks.
Yeah.
Shark Tank?
The Shark Tank, yeah.
Shark cage?
Mr. Wonderful was like, I'll give you 12% for 100,000, 12%.
You went somewhere with sharks.
I went shark cage diving.
There we
yes.
go.
It was fun.
Now define fun.
Were you scared?
No, nah. Well, no. Like, okay,
Yes.
You had to think about it.
scared as in like when I went like skydiving. Like I wasn't really scared until
Nervous.
like
Excited,
I'm like
nervous,
looking
scared.
down and then I'm like, all right, this is a little intense. Like the whole plane ride up, I'm like, this isn't anything, and all of a sudden they open
You
the.
step to the edge, and you're like,
Then the guy like leans me out, and I'm like, yeah, this is fine.
I'm really up there.
yeah.
So like the shark cage thing was like the same thing. Like I'm on the boat, I'm like, this is awesome, and then you see like the sharks like going for like the fish that they're like got on the
They're
lures.
chumming
Yeah,
the water and they're
waters.
about to dump your ass in there.
And then you go to climb into the cage, and then I'm like, just don't slip. So I fall on the outside of the cage because the cage is like on top, like it's on top of the water,
Yeah.
like a foot out of
Yeah.
the water. Then the rest of it's underneath. But like when you go to climb in, I'm like, just don't slip. Like if I slip and then fall, I'm gonna be like really panicking. But I made it into the cage, and then there's
Yes.
like a line of like
shit in your wetsuit.
9 people like that are all in the cage. But the cage is like pretty narrow, so you
Yeah.
just make sure you
Wait,
don't
it's
stick.
9 people in one cage?
Yeah, but it's like it's a long cage.
So it's not like the videos you see where it's like one person in a tiny
In a
cage.
big-
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's not like, and I
That's
don't
not
have like a
cool.
spear and I'm trying to tag the shark. No, it's not like Jaws. Like it's not like scuba diving. Like you get like just a snorkel and stuff like that,
Okay.
or like a mask, and then you basically they do put weights on you to like weigh you down because like you're buoyant. So
Right.
like that way you can go under the water and kind of look at them. But
This
the
sounds like a recipe. A recipe.
a recipe,
A recipe for a fucking disaster.
yeah, I mean it's not bad. They do it all the time.
It's pretty
Actually, I
awesome.
got
Did you
more.
see any
I wanna
like,
do it.
big MFers?
Yeah,
So
first-
like
the
the
great
thing that
whites.
sucked was the water was pretty murky. So like actually looking in the water, you couldn't see really far. You could see like some smaller fish swimming around, and then like when a shark got really close to the cage, you could.
Shit,
you couldn't
wetsuit.
see them like around. But
Yeah, you see the fish all going like, you know what? Get in the cage, boys.
yeah, all the fish come in the cage too.
Ha
Hey, I like this invention.
Yeah.
No, but I saw 2 great whites while I was on the boat. But when I got in the
Nice.
cage, I didn't see any great whites. It was actually copper sharks. There's a bunch of them around too.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get to see any like great whites like up close. But I did see one
Right.
like come out of the water and like grab at the fish and stuff. So that was kind of cool.
Nice.
But,
That's dope.
Yeah, it was fun. That was
Yeah.
South Africa. That wasn't off the coast of St. Pete.
I wish.
Just saying.
I wouldn't. I won't ever be doing that.
Yeah, no.
You wouldn't do shark cage diving?
I'm
I would
extra
do it.
aware of sharks.
Yeah,
I
So
have
no.
I have a healthy respect for the one predator that hasn't had to evolve since it's been here.
Since-
Right.
Speaking of
Since
the
evolution of
Cretaceous
sharks, though,
period.
could you imagine the like ancient
Oh, like the
shark
megalo-
type breeds
Megalodon?
Megalodon and stuff.
that we
Yeah.
might not ever have known about, like that's now in the bottom of the ocean right now?
So-
Jason Statham beat him.
With a
So-
kick.
Yeah.
So there was a study I saw, and it was like they were like, well, New Year's Eve we tagged this shark, and it was the perfect shark. It was 3 meters long, not a scratch on her, and they literally called her the alpha shark.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 3 meters. I don't know how big that is.
9 feet.
9 feet.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
And they said at midnight, the body temperature of shark alpha dropped to a very, very cold. I don't know what the comparable temperatures, but they put it on a graph and they go, okay, so midnight she's here, and then 30 minutes later she's here,
Right.
where great whites don't live because it's too damn dark
and
and cold, and
yeah.
they
Oh,
don't
shit.
hunt there. And then we found her tag washed up on shore. So they said, so this study is telling us that something ate this fucking perfect shark
Oh my god.
and then
Brought
shit it
down
out.
there. Holy shit.
Right, so that the temperature was consistent with it being alive, then being swallowed, brought down to the bottom of the ocean, and
By
then
a
all they
fucking
found.
dinosaur or some shit.
Maybe it's just a giant squid.
Probably.
Like
It's a
20,000
dinosaur.
leaves on
Shark.
it.
That could be it. That could be it. But they
Holding
also
on.
said, like, we've only
beast.
discovered 5% of the Earth's ocean.
Yeah.
Now we've only discovered
yeah,
5%.
This is a
Fucking
perfect,
crazy.
nearly 10-foot shark.
Yeah, not a scratch on it. It is like, as far as humans are concerned, the perfect killing machine. A
Yeah.
great white shark.
Great whites are like
the ones that are the
scary.
king.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, maybe another great white shark ate it. But then it's like, but it wouldn't go down to that super, super cold part of the ocean.
Because great white sharks can get up to, I think, like 20, 25 feet.
Right.
Like pretty
massive.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one off the coast of Mexico, I think they filmed, and it was a pregnant female, but even so, it was like a 20-footer. And it's huge, but it's like, like for the most part, it's just swimming around the cage. It's not like attacking the cage or anything like that. But they like went out and like tagged it and stuff like that. And it's
I'm
like
telling
crazy.
you, there are some mammoth motherfuckers living down at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah,
People go
for
swing
sure.
with them without cages. I would never do that.
Like, yeah,
Me
that's
neither.
cool, man.
Like
Do
straight
that.
up scuba
It's
diving
terrifying.
into
they just
uncharted
go,
territories.
Yeah, and then they like touch the great whites and stuff like that. I'm like, I've seen these guys jump out of the water for seals. Like, nah. Like,
Right.
I'm a little chubby. Like, I could be a seal. Like,
Right.
I don't want to get attacked.
That's crazy too. Like, these sharks aren't in there like pulling out the drawing board. So how are we gonna get these seals more efficiently, Tom?
yeah.
But they showed in the camera that like they stay about 50 feet below them
Yeah.
and
just-
approach from behind and underneath.
Yeah.
They don't see it coming.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's like, and it's quick.
Well, that's
Those are
part
predators.
That's how they get air.
of this day is making you aware of because a lot of people are scared of sharks for that reason because they've attacked people and killed them. But I mean, people threaten sharks more than
Oh,
sharks
100%.
We are
It's
the
actually-
number one predator.
It's actually
Right.
really sad how many we
People
kill.
Yeah.
people hunt them for shark fin soup, for shark teeth medallions, and just because they're scared of them being on the beaches and stuff like that. So there's millions of them killed each year. And on the other side, sharks there's an average of 7 deaths
Yeah.
and 70 attacks a year of people
That's all
from
over the
sharks.
world.
Yeah.
All over the world.
And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if this is in your research, but the shark attack capital of the world is somewhere in Australia.
Yeah, I think so.
The shark fatality capital of the world is Daytona Beach.
That's
It's Florida for sure because I know that there's actually a lot of sharks around here,
Yeah.
like especially because
Yeah,
the
there's a
Gulf
shit
is
ton.
actually pretty shallow
Mm-hmm.
compared to like the ocean. So like it's a breeding ground for like a lot of the sharks. and
Was
stuff.
it you that was telling me that you knew like a pilot or something that said if people could see what's swimming around them when they're in the beach, they'd never
would-
go
oh,
there?
yeah.
You see
Yep.
the overhead shots.
Yep.
I've seen
I'm
a lot
aware.
of
That's
those.
why I don't like.
I think it
swimming
was
at the beach.
it was some like news reporter or something
Yeah.
like that, but he was saying that if people could see
What's around
like
them.
how close
They are
large
to-
fish and are to the shore,
Yeah.
people would never go to the beach again.
Well, that's the thing is sharks a lot of times will hunt close to shore, and that's where
Yeah.
people are swimming.
Yeah.
So like you're actually more safe to swim out in the middle of the ocean than
Yeah.
you are like right along the shore where
That's
a lot of the sharks
absolutely-
hunt.
That's why I have
110%
no
true.
interest in going to the beach.
yeah.
Want to go swim?
Well, that's the thing is like
Nope.
I've always had a pretty big fear of like the open ocean. Like I
Yeah,
don't like
it's
not
terrifying.
knowing what's below me.
Right. And that's the biggest part of what's so terrifying about sharks, right?
Yeah.
Is that you can't see them coming.
Right.
And they can hold their breath a little bit longer than you.
Yeah.
And
a
it's just
smidge
like, that's one of those things. Like people see alligators like, no, alligators, they're fine. We can handle an alligator. Just run in the zigzag and you'll be fine. And with sharks,
don't
it's
know.
like, what are you going to do? Swim in a zigzag? You can't
Yeah.
swim faster than them. You can't move faster than them in the water. You're just.
Yeah, you can't see. Yeah. Yeah.
And if I'm
Alligators-
telling you new information at this point,
No, okay, so I got a couple
I can't swim faster than the sharks.
I have a couple facts I was going to say. So in Jaws, which is one of my favorite movies, it's
Yes.
in my top 10. I love it. In Jaws, Quint, who's the shark hunter or whatever, he tells a story about the USS Indianapolis, which was during World War II. It was carrying the atom bomb or whatever, sank. It was so secret, a lot of people didn't think it was real, so they sent out an SOS, but they didn't really believe that there was even, like, Americans were like, there's no ship out there.
right.
So, anyways, it took a long time for them to get rescued. So a lot of the people who like survived the ship sinking died from shark attacks.
Right.
Not like as many as a lot of people say, but it was still a lot.
They were out there for a
And
couple days, too.
They were out there for like I think like a week or something, like a little over a week or something like that. It was a long time, and so like that like always like scared me for the most part of like. That's like the open ocean, like not being able to like know like what's below you if your ship sinks. That's why I'm always like, I've been on cruises. I'm always like, but it's gonna suck if it actually like sinks and then being like just out there
Yeah.
floating and just hoping that like nothing happens.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's scary.
I don't know.
And
I don't
and that speech is about tiger sharks, correct?
Yeah, it wasn't great whites. It was,
it's not
tiger,
great whites.
Yeah, it was
it's tiger sharks that he's talking about in that one. I think they say that's one of the most aggressive species is the tiger shark.
Tiger
They
sharks
are
and
ones
they
that
have
are
like serrated teeth, don't they?
right, and they're the one species that is like, I don't give a shit if you're a human, I'll eat you.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
Them and bull
ballin' ass
sharks.
bitches.
Bull sharks are
Bull
pretty
sharks are-
aggressive too.
yes, very
Yeah.
aggressive animals.
And bull sharks are the only ones that can go into brackish water.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
you
'cause
kids
they've-
out there.
Like in Australia, I think there was one that attacked a guy like up a river.
Yeah.
Like he was just
Yeah.
swimming in a canal or something like that.
Why,
way
mate?
far from the ocean and got attacked.
Yeah, right.
So I can
that's
look at
Bad
it.
luck.
That shit's so scary.
Yeah. Australians at this point, what are you doing there, guys? You
I
have
know.
all the poisonous snakes. You have all the big ass spiders.
They have
and you got the
saltwater
great whites.
crocodiles.
Yeah.
They have
Saltwater-
crocodiles in the in
What
the
are you
ocean,
doing,
too.
mate? Come on, then.
I always wonder if there's like a crocodile fighting a shark somewhere in Australia.
That was
Likely.
on a TV show, and they were talking about animal versus, and they did a saltwater crocodile versus a bull shark.
Are you sure you weren't just watching that hit film that came straight to video called Crocosaurus versus Megashark?
Oh my god.
I am
Because that was a
not.
great documentary.
I am not, but they like to like seriously go
Was
into
it
it.
Sharknado?
No, yeah.
And I love how they have to preface everything. This probably wouldn't happen, but if it did, the bull shark would definitely win, which is who ended up winning.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Killing the alligator.
Saltwater crocodiles. Nice.
Murder.
Way to go, shark.
Good job, Shark. We're proud of you, buddy.
There's so much shark content out there now. I
Shark
feel
Week
like
is super popular.
Shark Week is huge.
But when Jaws came out, people were
People
like
were scared of sharks,
to go
even more than they
into
were
the.
before.
Oh, this is what I was going to say also about the USS Indianapolis. When you said like being aware of sharks back then in like the 40s or whatever, because it was like 1944.
Right.
When the ship sank, a lot of the people who were like in the Navy and on board were people from like Indiana or like the middle of the country. So they didn't know a lot about like the ocean, even though they were in the Navy. They
Right.
just got trained and then sent out and stuff. So a lot of them, one of the things that they taught people, they actually had this on like a video that they would show like the Navy, like before they went out. They said sharks can be a nuisance. They didn't know a lot about sharks, but they're like, but if sharks like get near you, just all you have to do is thrash
it on the
about.
nose?
No, thrash about. And scream wildly and just make a lot of noise, which is something you're not supposed to do.
Right.
Poke that bitch in the
100%
eyeball.
not. Yeah. You're not supposed to thrash her out and act like a dead animal. But
Jesus.
that's what they used to tell people. And they said that they showed this video to a bunch of people in the Navy back then because they didn't know enough about sharks.
Right.
And it wasn't until Jaws came out
They
that
think
they
it's like
started
a
learning.
fucking dog.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they say. If you're approached by a strange dog and he's aggressive, make yourself big and
Yeah, same with like bears or whatever. It's like, no,
Yeah.
like that's not what you're supposed to do.
No.
But now when Jaws came out in the 70s, they found out like, yeah, they started doing more research on sharks and learned a lot more about them. But it was a double-edged sword because a lot of people actually were so scared of them then that
Right.
they started going out and just hunting sharks for no
Killing
reason.
them, yeah.
Yep. Those motherfuckers.
Yeah, you idiots. We need them.
You guys want to hear some shark facts?
Yes,
Always.
we do.
always.
All right. So sharks date back 420 million years.
That's it?
That's much further back than dinosaurs. They've been around before
Yeah.
dinosaurs. It's fucking crazy. Sharks don't have bones, cartilage.
Yeah, it's all cartilage.
Cartilage.
Except for their teeth isn't bone.
I don't know. Good
I think it's just
question.
teeth.
I think it's
I
just
I don't know.
Teeth.
Teeth
I thought
the
at least
teeth
they're.
have enamel, so they show up on the fossil record.
Gotcha.
But it's
Yeah.
not technically.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. They have special electroreceptor organs that allow the shark to sense like electromagnetic fields and temperature shifts in the ocean. It's
Blood.
pretty cool.
Like Spider-Man. Without the blood.
Peter Tingle.
If you turn them upside down, they go into a trance.
I
Weird
did know
fact.
that.
I thought, and they have to keep moving.
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
they stay still, they die.
Right. If you turn it
Well, not
upside
all
down,
of them.
just leave it there. they'll
Yeah,
die.
that's true. I think like nurse sharks can actually stay still, but like a lot of sharks great whites have to keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have to. That's how they breathe.
Yeah,
is the
like
water
goes over,
filtering through their.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them have like something that allows them to pull water into their respiratory system
think-
while at rest. But
I think
not
that's
all of
nurse
them.
sharks. Yeah, because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
sleep like at the bottom of the ocean, the seafloor.
Yeah, and then sharks, different shark species reproduce in different ways. Some have the egg laying. Some of them have, the live bearing.
Yeah.
Male sharks have 2 dicks.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think that's
That's true.
2
It is
dicks.
true. Yeah, they have 2
what.
dicks.
I
That's weird.
I also looked up a long time ago because I always wondered why you never saw a great white like in an aquarium, and it's just because like they still can't really figure it out, like how to keep them. They think it's because they travel so much that it's just part of their like they have to like keep moving like in like large areas and stuff.
So they just get lethargic and kill themselves?
Yeah, they they hang themselves inside the
Oh,
water.
you know what I mean. Like,
No, I
bumping
think
into
they-
the glass enough.
I
to
think
where
it's something. Yeah, they get like something happens where they end up. They said none of them. I think one in San Francisco or San Diego like lived for maybe like a few months or something like that, but then ended up dying. But like, yeah, they can't live very long in captivity, so that's why you never see them in. But it's weird because like whale sharks are like 40 feet long,
Mhm.
and they're at the Georgia Aquarium.
Hmm.
Like there's like 3 of them, and they have a huge tank. Like,
Really?
Yeah, I saw them. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I also would just imagine it would be problematic having a great white in a
Yeah.
aquarium.
Well, if you watch Jaws 3, you'll find out that it's not
So
a good
awful.
idea.
That
Oh,
movie's
really?
so
Yeah.
awful.
I mean, that's cinematic.
Did you
and
watch that in
factual.
Did you watch that in
Sure.
3D? Because they break through the glass and it goes, and then everybody who's caught in SeaWorld dies.
Yep.
Because that took place at SeaWorld.
Really?
Jaws 3, yeah. Jaws 3D.
But it was all a lie. It wasn't really.
I haven't seen any of.
He
the
said
Jaws
he's
movies.
speaking.
You haven't
so
seen the first
factually.
one?
No,
You haven't seen Jaws?
Nope.
Wow. You can't be friends anymore.
I thought Deep Blue Sea.
Oh my god.
That's
Okay.
worse. That's so worse.
So bad.
I heard it's like a shark's fin.
Wow.
Deep Blue Sea is a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
I will say Mark Hoffmeyer, who hosts Movies, Films, and Flicks, he's joined us for a couple of Will There Be Cakes, and his favorite movie he always says is Deep Blue Sea, even though like he likes a lot of movies, and I think it's kind of like out of almost like a little bit of a joke, maybe like a guilty pleasure for him too. But
Like-
he posts about Deep Blue Sea like every couple weeks
Are you
on
serious?
Facebook, and it's always something like he did Easter eggs, and it said like Deep Blue Sea on the Easter eggs, and it was like sharks and
Oh
stuff.
my gosh.
And he teaches a film class. And one of the things they had to do was a fake documentary on Deep Blue Sea.
What the-
So they filmed this whole fake documentary on how Deep Blue Sea got made and stuff, and like
pretty
it was so
awesome.
ridiculous.
That's funny.
But that's like one of his favorite movies.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Jack's
you know,
favorite
there are-
movies.
there
I
are
think Jaws
Really
is his
well.
actually favorite movie, but like Deep Blue Sea is up
so
there.
I always when I do that is always Herbie Fully Loaded. Somebody says, "Oh, Herbie Fully Loaded. Have you seen that?" So everything that IMDb ever asks, like, "What's your favorite Leonardo DiCaprio movie?" Herbie Fully Loaded.
Yeah.
Obviously.
He's so
People
good
get
at that.
really angry when you do that too. They're like, "Clearly, you didn't read the post."
It's like no, I
But
did.
no, about Deep Blue Sea, that did have a couple of plot twists in it that I did not see coming.
Samuel L. Jackson.
It was
dying.
good. Actually, to me,
Spoiler.
It came out in '99, guys. Watch
the
it.
female lead dying. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, I think there was a couple of script rewrites, because LL Cool J living, like you
Was
said
supposed
earlier,
he was supposed to
weird.
die in the first 10 minutes,
Right.
And then they liked him so much; he was so funny
It's so weird. He's like by himself the whole movie until
Yeah.
like the very
with
end.
his fucking bird.
Yeah, and his bird died. That was kind of weird. His bird gets eaten by the shark. Like the shark was like, "I gotta eat this bird, man."
Yeah, you know what? This fucking bird
yeah. It's like
that I clearly can sense
it's a parrot that's like
through
less
this
than a
kitchen that's
foot
on
tall,
fire
but I gotta eat it.
underwater. Yeah.
Yeah, for sustenance.
Doesn't he kill it by swimming into the oven?
It swam and broke the oven, and then like the gases, and he lit the gas, and then jumped
Oh, that's
underneath
right.
the water.
So bad.
Yeah, it's an interesting film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely watch.
What other shark movies are there?
Strange
Jaws,
Wilderness is not a shark movie, but it has the
Yes.
We
best
did
shark.
go
The
through
shark.
that. Yeah.
Isn't that
So-
Meg movie about a shark?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Meg.
Megalodon.
I never watched that.
Ace
Yes,
Ventura,
that's
Pet
alright.
Detective.
Is there a
yeah,
shark in there?
Yeah, wasn't it
There
Great
is.
White too?
It's not Snowflake.
Wasn't it Great White?
It's been so long since I've seen
Yeah,
I
it's a
remember
Great
what it
White, I think.
though?
When I'm watching that with the boys, they're like, "Oh my god!" I'm like,
Sharknado.
trust me, that would not happen.
Sharknado 2.
Sharknado.
Sharknado.
There's
3.
Shark Night in 3D, where the sharks were in the freshwater.
There's over 180 shark movies. We
There's
will
Oh my
all
God.
day.
Shark Lake with Dolph Lundgren. That wasn't a good one.
Well, there's 6 Sharknadoes.
That was
Really?
not a good movie.
It sounded like it was going to be so good.
That wasn't. A
What's
good one.
everybody's favorite TV
Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus.
Favorite what?
Favorite TV or movie shark?
Ooh.
TV or movie?
Baby Shark doo doo doo
Okay.
doo doo.
Wow.
Mine's Bruce
That was
from
bound to
Finding Nemo.
happen.
Bruce,
Ooh,
I
yeah.
love
Bruce,
Bruce.
who
good.
is named after the shark from Jaws.
Oh my god, it all
Aw.
circles back.
Wait a minute. Is he really?
Yeah, because Bruce was the name of the animatronic shark that they used for Jaws, because it was named after Steven Spielberg's lawyer. I know a lot about Jaws. Jaws is awesome.
Well,
It's like a
that's
weird
a
amount.
good one that you bring up.
About Jaws.
Bruce is definitely
Jaws and
my
Jurassic
favorite.
Park. Like I got a
Yeah.
lot of information on
Yeah.
that.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like Bruce.
Is there a dinosaur
Clearly
day?
you
'Cause
like
we'd like to
Jaws.
join for that
Oh,
as
Dinosaur Day! I will be all over. I hope
there's
there's
got-
just a Jurassic Park Day, because I'll be all over
There's
that. shit.
probably-
There's gotta be right.
Raiders of the Lost Shark. These names are amazing. Shark in Venice.
How about the one? There's one
Oh,
that just
Shark
came out where they
Tale.
go into this underwater tomb
That's
That's
a great
47 meters down.
that's filled
That's-
with blind sharks.
Yeah, so 47 meters down was the one with Mandy Moore
Right.
and the other girl, and they went into a cage and they got stuck at the bottom. That has a twist too. I won't spoil it because that's a
Oh,
little bit
please
newer.
do.
Do you really want me to spoil it?
I do. Yes.
All right. There's a part where she like loses her tank or whatever,
Uh huh.
and then she's got to get like another tank, and she starts to like pass out. So she like hurries, gets the other tank. Luckily, just in time, she gets back to the cage and stuff. And then she escapes through like all the other sharks with her friend. They get back to the boat. Sharks attack. She like climbs onto the boat. Boom. She gets on. Everybody's safe. Boom. But then all of a sudden, no, that was all a dream.
Oh,
What the
no!
The tank was still bad, and she was like
Starting to pass out.
imagine stuff. So she was still stuck in the cage.
So she dies.
I don't remember the very end, but that was when I saw
You
that. I was
spoil
like,
that
come
moment
on.
where you're like, "Oh, she's gonna make it,"
Yeah.
and then she wakes up and you're like, "Fuck!"
There was
Yeah.
one recently with Blake Lively as well, where she's stuck on
Oh,
a
God.
buoy.
The Shallows. That one was okay, except for the very ending with the buoy.
I've
Shark
heard it was real
babes.
dumb.
It starts off okay. Like there's actually like some pretty good like jump scare shark attack moments, and the shark looks real until the very end when there's like these translucent jellyfish and they sting the shark, and then she jumps on the buoy, and then it like
Super shark.
then she jumps onto the chain, and the chain like retracts into the ground of the water, and then she's getting pulled into the water, and then at the very last moment she moves to the side, and the shark chasing her gets impaled on the spike.
Shark Exorcist.
I watch a lot of. I like shark.
Fucking shark, man.
Ozark
what are you
sharks.
doing, Sharky?
There's something I was gonna
Robot
s-
shark. Sharkenstein.
What was the thing?
5-headed shark attack? That one sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
6-headed shark attack.
47
Wow.
meters down, the sequel with the blind sharks
Yeah.
or whatever. There's actually blind sharks. Oh my god!
She's over here reading funny movies.
Just a bunch of shark.
Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre.
I think these
Oh
are just
my
like
God.
porn films at this point.
What? Shark?
Sharkansas?
Shark incest.
Shark
Incest?
A-N, like Kansas. Sharkansas.
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 Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre. It's got 3.1 stars, guy.
So I'm curious to know, is it about an actual shark or just a bunch of women in prison on their period at the same time?
Oh,
When
boy.
oh my god.
Shark Week!
When a fracking environmental accident rips apart the Earth's crust, the wrestling hole lets out prehistoric sharks from underground. The sharks target is a group of women and trap them in a cabin.
They smelt the blood.
What?
It's not as good as Debbie Does Sharks.
Oh my god.
Santa Jaws. Oh.
Santa Jaws.
So this is the Greenland shark, and it's an actual blind shark that
Yeah.
lives up.
Let's
In the
describe
Greenland
it
area.
to the listeners.
And
'cause they can't
basically-
see that.
The Greenland. They can't. What if I hold it really close to the mic?
Can you go through
Can
them?
you guys see this? The Greenland shark. So I watched like this documentary about it, and basically there's a parasite that because the Greenland shark swims so slowly that the parasite attaches to its eyes and eventually makes it blind, and then just hangs off of its eye and it like eats its eye. So then its eyes, it goes completely blind, and it lives for like 80 to 100 years, and it's just blind. And what it does is just go off a scent, and it like smells, and it usually eats like dead animals that fall into like the water and stuff, and it has to
Poor
just
guy.
sense it because it can't see anything.
Right,
like,
and
at
that
all.
is what is attacking Mandy Moore in
No, I think that's just a blind great white.
Guys, trailer park shark.
Oh my
Trailer
God.
Park Shark.
we're all very
I like
aware
how,
of
like-
sharks at this moment.
Yeah, once
Yeah,
once
this
Jaws
is
came out,
as
they're just
about
like,
aware
we
as
got to
I've
make a
ever been.
shark, like everything.
There are 184 shark movies listed on IMDb if you want to celebrate the day
I bet you like
by watching shark
How do you
movies.
celebrate Shark Awareness Day?
By watching Jaws, if you're
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely
You
watching
can go
Jaws.
to a
I'll watch
museum.
Jaws and Jaws 2, but it's not as great as
A lot
Jaws
of
1.
museums hold educational awareness programs for sharks.
You can donate to
Four
shark-
sharks.
You
Yeah.
can donate.
Don't have a lot of
That's a
sharks
good
that
idea.
showed up today, but we're
Donate
still
to
going to have
sharks.
it.
Just learn about
I
sharks.
learned that people kill 80 million sharks a year.
Yeah,
Like that's what they were doing in like the early 2000s. I don't know if it's changed,
it's
I'm
changed.
sure it has.
but I'm hoping it like
It's millions still.
Well,
but I
I've
think
heard
it's
that
less.
Yeah.
shark fin soup, which is like
Where is
slowly
that big? Like
China
China? Okay.
and
Thailand,
Japan.
Of course.
probably.
Like
Of
it's a lot of
course.
that. Yeah. So like
Of course.
they're trying
Of course they're
to
eating shit they shouldn't.
educate people and say like even Gordon Ramsay went over there and he's like this is like he went to watch them actually like catch sharks and defin them, and all they do is they just cut off the fins and throw the
throw 'em
shark
back.
alive
What?
back into the water.
Yeah,
but
it's
they
like
die,
such a
right?
waste. Yeah, of course. Yeah, they can't swim, so they just sink to the bottom and die. So that's how they kill like 80 million sharks. They're just cutting off fins and throwing them into the water.
God,
So
it's
now
so
Gordon
bad.
Gordon Ramsay, like he went to a restaurant that was selling shark fin soup, and like the restaurant was like, no, you can't be in
Film
here. We know
here.
what you're trying to
Yeah.
do, kind of thing. And he's like, all right. And then like literally they walk away, and he's just like, fuck it, and walks into the restaurant, and he's like talking to people. He's like, why do you get the shark fin soup? He's like, I tried it. It doesn't taste like anything. Like you can change it with like a piece of chicken or anything. It's just the soup. The broth tastes like something. He's like,
Right.
the fin tastes like nothing. He's like, it's nothing, and all we're doing is killing like the oceans for no reason.
Yep.
So like, I think recently people are becoming more aware of that. So
Which
like,
is what
hopefully,
today is all about.
Yeah. So if you're
Shark
aware of that,
awareness.
you don't have to kill. Not every shark is out to get you.
Right.
As we know, we swim in the ocean, and there's sharks swimming around us, not doing
3
anything.
out of 4 of us do.
That's true.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe.
I guess.
I don't even like the
I
ocean.
rarely do.
Yeah. I don't
So
even-
none of us do.
All right,
Anyway,
whatever. My bad.
That's just for
Bad point.
conservation. We're just trying to keep the sharks happy.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm going to say?
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
Don't.
Yeah, no. Sorry, buddy.
It's not a cake day.
No way.
This is a total cake day.
What?
This is a
You
total
can
cake
get
day.
shark-shaped cakes.
You get a cake with gummy sharks on it.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
Fill it with red. Ooh, red
or
velvet
get the,
cake.
Yeah.
or
Guys,
the shark.
then you
actual shark
senselessly
gummies.
murder another pastry shark.
True.
No, I think you can have a cake today.
Yeah, have a cake.
Donate to a shark conservation, and then like
Celebrate with a okay.
celebrate with a
Okay,
cake.
I
And
can
then,
get on board for
and then
that.
while you're eating the cake, you watch Jaws. Don't
Yeah.
watch
Or-
fucking Santa Jaws
or some
or Sharknado
Shark
4.
Week stuff.
But you could watch Six-Headed Shark Attack.
Yeah.
God, or Debbie Does Sharks, whatever.
Or prison shark babes or whatever the fuck.
Shark.
Shark Kansas.
Kansas.
Shark
Worst
Arkansas.
name ever.
God. Yeah,
All
I
right.
guess. All right, so
So
Yeah.
I'll play you out, Rob, and we've decided that it is a cake day or
it's
not
a
a cake
it's
day?
a cake.
It's a
day.
cake day.
It's a cake day. Jack's
more
coming
jazz.
around.
All right. I think that does it for Shark Awareness Day. Thank you
God.
for joining us, Jack and Megan.
This
Yes.
is
Robert,
reminding
as
me of the
always.
Jaws ride right now. I miss it. I'm gonna cry.
Oh, me too. That was a
my
good
water
ride.
bottle.
See you tomorrow, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been a Seven Lamb production.